Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Mind the Moment Thursday morning gathering. We're so happy to have everyone here this morning, brought to you by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare. And this is a place, as you all know, where we invite experienced mindfulness teachers to talk to us about what mindfulness means to them and to discuss as a community how we can incorporate those kinds of practices into our daily lives. I'm Suzanne Rowe Palacino, and as always, so happy to be here with Tara Healey, founder and director of Harvard Pilgrim's Mindfulness Program. Good morning, Tara.
Good morning, Suzanne. I'm happy to be here with you and happy to be here with everyone.
Yeah, it's great to have everyone here.
Yeah.
So Tara will lead us this morning in a guided practice, and after that we'll have time for questions. So if you can open up the chat at the bottom of your screen, and if you're interested, you can check in the chat to see both panelists and attendees' comments. So you can see what's going on in the chat. And then we shall begin. So I'll hand it off to Tara.
Okay, thanks, Suzanne. This month, some of you who have been with us for a while probably know that every month we are focusing, at least in part, on a theme. And this month is the recognition of others and of the generosity and the kindness of people who have supported us and who have helped us in our lives. So I thought what would be fitting for us today as a practice would be a guided metta meditation. And I'm assuming that there's probably a mix of people on the call, some of who know what it is and have participated in this kind of practice, and maybe others where it's a little bit newer. But essentially what we're going to do is I'll kind of settle us in body and mind, just helping us arrive and get settled in. And then I'm going to have us call to mind a person in our life that has supported us, that has helped us, that has been beneficial to us in some way. And then I'm going to repeat phrases in support of that person, like may they be well and happy and safe. And so we're going to go through some phrases with this person who's been helpful. And then we're going to turn to ourselves and think about offering these same phrases. We will offer these same phrases to ourselves. And the one thing that I will say about this practice that Sharon Salzberg, who's written a lot about this type of practice, is that you don't actually have to feel it. You simply have to have the intention to move your mind in that direction, to eventually feel that kind of genuine warm-heartedness. And so I'll basically bookend this practice with a settled, body and mind, and we'll be offering phrases kind of in the middle. And so with that said, let's go ahead and again, as I always say, standing or seated, both are fine postures. The one posture that I would say to be careful of is the lying down posture, because it's so suggestive of sleep. And but sitting or standing, and take a moment to just adjust your body for comfort, for ease, and for relaxation to the degree that you're able. So we're not trying to bring something about that is not there. And you can close the eyes or leave them open. Either is fine. So if you're going to keep the eyes open, gaze downward a bit to help remove peripheral distraction. And I'm going to ask everybody on their own to take 2 deep breaths, deep breath in through the nose, longer exhalation through the mouth as a way to settle any surface tension as we begin. And letting go of all that has happened so far this morning and releasing anticipation of what's to come. So bringing the mind and the body together in this moment. Allowing your weight to surrender into the support of the surface, in the support of the earth, which is fully holding you, and with a spine that is straight but not stiff. See if you can soften the body, the torso, the arms and shoulders around that spine that is holding you upright, that is enabling you to be engaged and connected with the practice this morning. And just for a moment, let's open the awareness to include sound. So sounds that may be occurring in the room that you're in, or perhaps outside of the room, without labeling what's making it, but just simply hearing, just tapping into that sense of hearing. And allowing sound to remain in the background, beginning to bring the attention back into the whole body. And just for a moment, we're going to choose an anchor to help stabilize and steady the mind. And that could be the sensations you notice when you breathe, and the noticing in the part of the body where it's most pronounced. That could be belly or chest, nostrils, or someplace else. If breath isn't working for you this morning for any reason at all, you can use sound, or you can use a touch point with the body, perhaps the points of contact with the back of the body or the palms of the hands on a part of the body, and that point of contact, that's fine. And so tracking the sensations. Each time the mind wanders away and you notice, simply escort the attention back to the anchor that you're using this morning. Noticing where the mind is, simply redirecting and escorting attention, awareness back to breath sensation or sound, whatever your anchor is. And let's begin to move into the metta practice and call to mind someone in your life who has helped you, supported you, kind of held you up in difficult times and not difficult times. But taking a moment to bring to mind someone that has been very beneficial for you in some way. And this could include a pet. Sometimes it can be challenging to pick a person. So I always want to offer the pet as an option. So as you bring that person right up to the mind's eye, and as you hold them with your attention, I'll offer a few phrases. So may this person be peaceful and at ease. So just saying that when you're on your own a couple times. And may they be safe and protected. May they be safe and protected. May their body be healthy and strong. May their body be healthy and strong. And so may this person be peaceful and at ease. May their heart be soft and open. May they be safe and protected, and their body healthy and strong. So continuing to hold that person and these intentions that we have for their well-being, their safety, their health, their ease of heart and mind. And let's take a moment now to turn the attention to ourselves. And if for any reason this also feels difficult to bring in a pet um, or another person, so may I be peaceful and at ease. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may my heart be soft and open. May my heart be soft and open. May I be safe and protected. May I be safe and protected. And my body healthy and strong. And my body healthy and strong. So again, like holding ourselves or perhaps a pet or another person, whatever felt most relevant for you. Just allowing ourselves to feel a desire for wellness, well-being for another and for ourselves, for ease, for safety. And just for the next couple minutes, we'll resume focus on whatever anchor you're using to help stabilize and steady attention, whether it's breath or body sensation. So just for a couple minutes, reconnecting, allowing the metta practice to remain in the background. Reconnecting with body sensation, with your anchor. And I'll slowly count back from 3 to 1. And when I arrive at 1, if your eyes were closed, you can open them or otherwise re-engage with your surroundings, with each other. So 3, 2, and 1. As you feel ready,
Wonderful. Thank you, Tara.
yeah.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah,
I'm sure that was great to know about for people that are new to that, because it's something that you can always come back to, and bringing yourself that level um, of positive feelings can be very nourishing, I think.
yeah. And I love one of the earliest instructions that resonated for me is that you actually don't have to feel it. Because a lot of people will say, well, I don't have that warm feeling within me. But all you need is the intention. You just need the intention. And so I always really appreciated that. And you don't have to worry, especially, for ourselves, like they're just at different times and points throughout the day, if we're feeling overwhelmed or stressed or, and there's so much happening right now, is just pausing, like, may I be well, may I have ease of heart and mind. And, in terms of the phrases, um, you can make them up, it's um, whatever terminology that you're able to connect with. It's not like there's something magic in what I said. But there's generally a format of wishing happiness, peace, ease, well-being, safety, protection from inner and outer harm. Those are sort of the general phrases. But I'd be curious to connect with people who did the practice, assuming there are those who certainly have experience. There might be those who are new to it, but just, any thoughts you had on what that experience was like for you, and maybe who, thinking about the theme for the month, which is, the gratitude we have for people that have supported us. So is there anybody that you want to mention that has helped you?
Yeah. So
How about you, Suzanne? Do you have somebody that you'd be willing to say has been a support or a beneficial?
Yeah, absolutely. And my best friend, who I've known since I've been 12. Yeah, so she and I have stayed close throughout the years, and
Yeah.
yeah, we've just always been that support for one another, and she's just always been there for me during all the ups and downs. So
Yeah. It's nice that to have somebody who's known you since childhood. That's a very special friendship.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about you? Who have you?
Oh my gosh. My sister is the person who jumps right to my mind often with benefactor. I think, that she is a constant in my life where we've always been best friends, which it doesn't always work that way, with families. It can, but it doesn't always. But as a person that I have a tremendous amount of gratitude for, it would be my sister. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah. So if anyone can share a person that they were thinking of, or someone that's been very special for them, or for whom they have particular gratitude for.
Yes, I'm actually just making sure I have all panelists and attendees. So as you open the chat box, I know Suzanne mentioned this, but including attendees, but even just like what was that practice like for you? It's not always easy. So it's not that we're looking for a particular answer to that question, but just any observations of how it felt for you this morning.
Yeah, and I've heard people say that sometimes it can feel contrived,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
that those people that have been skeptical about it, who keep doing it, have found that it really does. It settles in. It ends up settling in and working for people. So
Yeah, no, that's why I say too, like create your own your own statements. And, in general, in this practice, nothing is to be blindly believed. You just need a little bit of trust that there might be something to it and a willingness to do it. Um, um, so I always say trust, patience, and discipline are like three things that will be really, really supportive in this practice. All right, we got some things coming in.
yeah,
Uh,
someone said it makes me smile to think of people who are supportive, very warm. On the contrary, I cry when I say these things to myself. Clearly, I
mm,
neglect myself and need to practice loving myself.
yeah,
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 that-
yeah,
there's a lot of people that will agree with that.
yes, yes. Usually find this meditation hard, but today, oh, good, good. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the willingness that John is saying too about the difficulty, that this practice, it can feel difficult. And then you just include that challenge in your awareness and just notice how that feels, whether it's resistance or not. But I personally have found it to be really very beneficial and powerful practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Someone was saying Tara Healey's an inspiration. Plus, my mom, my sister, my husband, my children, so many people in my life to be
Uh,
thankful for.
I know, the other funny thing with this type of practice is that sometimes it's hard to pick a person because we have, if you have a number of people in your life that, just have been helpful and beneficial, it's like you're slighting one if you don't pick them. And
Right.
so there is this, but there's always opportunities, to endless opportunities to thank people. And um, one of the challenges, given the theme of this month, is to just 5 times during the month, um, thank someone in some way, So, and there's so many different ways to thank people. I mean, from really simple things to um, listening intently. Like, I feel like that is a gift, to really be able to listen to another person. Um, and to show your gratitude in there's just multitude of ways. So so I'm in on the challenge too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone said, I found myself appreciating that I have a number of people in my life that support me.
Mm,
I tend to seek out mother, sister, friend, each fuel in me different ways,
yeah.
depending on what I need at that specific time. I'm
Yeah.
grateful for that abundance.
Yeah. I know, yeah, that's so great. And I love the terminology, like each fueling me, that gives us sustenance. Like we need people, we need to feel, as human beings connected in around this shared humanity. And all of us, the various vulnerabilities that we feel at different times in our life, and to know that that you are not alone. And even, quite honestly, tapping into nature and being home, that is something I have really relished. I have a lot of, I don't own this land, but there's a lot of land behind my house that my neighbors own, and I'm able to use it. And I sort of think about, like, if I feel anxious or sad, that nature can absorb it and hold it with me, so that I have a tremendous amount of gratitude for, the abundance of the earth and the birds and nature and the sky, and, all of that.
Mm-hmm. Well, it also helps to put being in that spaciousness and the vast
Yeah.
space just helps to put everything in perspective sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, completely. I see John, someone asking, John keeps coming to mind. He was the mainstay. John will be back for he will have guest appearances. So yes. I think he's just coming out of his paternity leave as a new dad, and just trying to balance the personal, the professional, and yeah.
Well, this was a wonderful practice, Tara. It's always good to see someone else lead it in a different way. I think it's really important, especially.
Yeah, and there's so many different ways to yeah.
Mm.
Thank you, everybody. It was great to be with you this morning.
Yeah, it's great to have everyone, and thank you for all your comments and well wishes. And just on that note, to keep in touch with us. As you know, we'll be here every Tuesday and Thursday at 8:30, and visit us on our website, where you can get connected to a lot of these different resources. Living Well at Home, where there's virtual yoga classes, Zumba classes, and wellness webinars. And as well, with our partnership with Mindful Magazine, visit us at mindful.org/pain to find a number of pain management resources, both in English and in Spanish. Visit us on our Facebook page to see what's happening just in general. And also, if you'd like to see this session and older sessions, or even some of the sessions that Tara has led with some mindfulness researchers, please visit us on the YouTube channel. So again, thank you everyone for being here this morning. We're so happy, and it brings us a lot of joy to have everybody here together.
Yeah, completely. Yes.
So we're happy to see you here this morning, and we'll see you again, hopefully on Tuesday. Have a good week. And
have a great weekend. Okay. Bye, everybody.
See you soon.